Jamie and I'm a parent.
And I'm Glenn and I research video games.
Welcome to this episode of Great Games, Better Brains.
Last time we talked about mobile apps, actually mobile apps on your Android phone for younger kids, actually some math games. Today we're going to talk about Android apps for older kids and even parents. There's a lot of you out there that might be able to use some of these applications. I'm going to talk about a couple of them. One is called Celeste and Google Sky Map. Both of those are astronomy tools, and we've gotten some parents who have asked about tools for their kids who are in 4th grade, middle school, and high school, or studying space and astronomy. So these are some applications that are really cool, and it just because of the location functions on your phone, it's really awesome.
GPS
we'll talk about that, and we'll also talk about another application called Document Scanner. I was having flashback to spy movies where I could like take pictures of documents and have them sent off. So we'll talk about Document Scanner, and then the ones that you like are free. So what are those?
I'm going to talk about Speed Anatomy. It's a biology kind of.
It's a biology kind of thing.
It'd be good for high school students studying the biology and A&P, and even if you're a nursing student, it could be a good tool for you.
Very cool. So we'll talk about those and show you how you can operate those and how you can pick them up off your market. Okay, we're talking about the three applications on a mobile device, and I have an Android, so we're going to talk about an Android app. I went to the market and was able to get this one. It's called Document Scanner, and again, it's like a James Bondish kind of thing. I'm all over the James Bond, and again, it's not a big deal. It's just a very cool little tool that you can use to capture images of documents and then make it into a PDF. And I know that even a couple years ago, I saw somebody, we were at a training, and there were some really cool books, and I saw one of the younger teachers flip over the back of the book and take out her cell phone and take a picture of the back of the book. I said, well, what are you doing? He says, well, she said, this is just a quick way that I can collect information about the author, the title, and the ISBN number. So, well, that's pretty cool, but it's still an image. And the thing I like about this Document Scanner is that I can take a picture of a document and then it converts it into a PDF. So if I would take a document, I'm going to grab a quick, and this is just like an iPod Touch, so they're competing documents here, I guess. I can just click Capture Page, and my camera comes on, and it's obviously not perfect because it's too close, but you get the sense of I take a picture, and it's going to come back and say, insert, oh, hang on, that's the one I want. And then I can rotate it and get it taken care of. And then I'm going to make PDF. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but one of the options is make PDF. And I can either email it, I can upload it to Google Documents, I can store it on my memory card on my phone, or I can also just, even right now, I can just view the PDF. So it's going to slowly load up this PDF the image that I just took, and it looks like an image, obviously, but it's just it actually is just a PDF that I can then, when I email it to myself, I can edit and do whatever PDF-y kinds of things I want to do with it. So it's a quick way to start to grab documents rather in PDF form rather than image form, and it costs $4 for me if I'm going to go out and collect data. If I'm a teacher or a parent, I'm going to collect a recipe, I want to take a picture of something in the store to kind of remind me what I'm going to do. I can quickly email it, and then I have a document that I can use rather than just an image. So that one, I think a lot of teachers could use this, a lot of parents could use this, and it's one of the apps I'm going to start to use a lot. I messed with it just the last couple days, so that's one I'm going to talk about.
Well, I can see that being used a lot in what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, most any of us do, actually, especially when you can quickly upload it in any sort of format pretty much that you want.
Yeah. And there's another tool we're going to talk about in our next episode called Good Reader, which lets me look and mess with all sorts of documents, including PDFs. And so rather than just an image file, I have an image file and a PDF. And that's kind of handy for me. It converts it and sends it off, and I'm ready to go, and I can email it to anybody. So that's a cool one. Another one I want to talk about, and it's really hard to show since we're inside, but one of those is called Celeste. And I just have the light version. And I literally won't be able to show it to you because what Celeste does is, and this is the light version, it's free. The other version that we want to mess with that you really want to get is the full version, which is $1.99. And basically what it does is take your phone's GPS information and location information. There's a compass, and you can see the compass already starting to mess with. And if I flipped it over, literally looking up at the sun, it will show me where the sun is and the track of the sun. Well, that's not a big deal because this is the light version. But if I had the full version, it tracks sun, moon, planets, stars. You go out at night and you just point it up at the sky. It figures out where you're at, and then you say, I want to find the North Star. You can track it, find out where it is, and then start to find all the constellations and other information about the sky. And my son took an astronomy class last year in high school, and that's one of the things he wants to try. There's another one that's very, very similar, and this one is a free one. It's called Google Sky Maps, and it does basically the same thing. You go out at night. This one you should be able to see a little bit better. Sorry, I went right by it. And it's the same idea. It has the constellations already on there for you, and you just, again, with your location, as this loads up, in the location, then you get the location, the constellations as if you were standing. So you can start to see as I rotate this around, it starts to give you a sense of where different things are at, depending on where I point my camera and my phone. So it's another way to track and look at stars and planets and space stuff. And that's a free one. So that's the one I like, and a lot of science teachers and parents are going to use this one. What do you got?
I have what's called Speed Anatomy, where you get to click on, I'm supposed to find the intestines, and then I get points for doing that. And it just keeps going through all the internal body parts, and it just gets harder and harder and harder to do.
So eventually you get levels like bones, different muscles, other internal organs besides just those.
Right.
And how good are you on this one?
I'm really not very good at all. Which you'd think I'd be better at it as the things I've gone through lately, but
so it's also timing on that left-hand side.
Right.
The faster you go, the more correct you are, the more points you get.
Where's my pancreas?
It's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere.
Where's my kidney?
I got to level 3 earlier. She showed this to me earlier, and I got to the bones section, and I could do stuff like tibia and fibia and ulna and some of that other stuff, but there's some bones I've never even heard of. But
no, it's a great anatomy resource though,
so
and it's free. I mean, so you can't beat this.
So A&P kids in high school, biology kids,
nursing students, this could be awesome.
Yeah. So this is, again, the fact that it's free, it's kind of competitive, just another great review game that you can just hang around, carry around on your phone.
On this episode, we talked about Android applications for your smartphone that you can use for yourself or older kids.
Right. So I talked about a couple astronomy space apps and the Spy app called Document Scanner.
And I talked about Speed Anatomy.
So one of the things that we'll continue to do, again, mobile apps are a fast-growing genre of video games, and we're going to come back and talk more about phone apps and mobile apps in future episodes. But thanks for joining us on this episode of Great Games, Better Brains.
See you next time.